Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to show you this upgrade from my previous videos where I made the double cropper, and we're going to mix it with the auto farmer. So basically the original design, but now we can auto farm from it. So it's basically the same layout as my previous tutorial, and I'm going to use 4 garden plots to start this off. Obviously you can do whatever size you want. You can do 1, so that turns into 2, you can do 2 which turns into 4, you can do 3 which turns into 6, and so on, which I have shown in my original video. So I'm going to use a 16 piece, a 12 piece, then we're going to use a 3 on the end. You don't have to line up the patterns, but I am because I'm a bit OCD. Like so. And then again we're going to do a 16 and a 12. Like that. And that is the basis. So now we're going to go for some corners. And the ones that I like to use are the log cabin ones, and I'm going to turn it so that the indent faces outwards on all 4 corners. We're then going to go ahead and get the fences, which is only 6 wide, and I'm going to use the normal log cabin ones, which is like the plank railings, what they're called. And then we just nudge these over so that they're stood on top of each other. I'm only going too high, and you will see why. Because after you've placed these either end, you're going to want to go back to the flooring and get your 6x2. Place that directly on top of the fences. It can be a little bit difficult, but you will get it. So just make sure you're aiming at the top of the fence. And you can see here it makes a flush line. Now, once you've done that, you want to fill in the whole floor. And I'm going to use the 16 by 16, and I'm going to start at the outer edge, and then I'm just going to snap the rest all the way along. I'm just changing the pattern so it doesn't look identical. And then we're not going to go for the 12 because obviously it's not as long. We're actually going to go for the 4, so the 8 by 2s. And again, we're just going to snap these on, and it covers the whole base of the second level. Then you want to put down your garden plots. And in the same section as before, you're putting them directly above each other. And this here now makes 8. Then we're going back to the original fences, and we're going to place 2 again at the sides. It does slightly not match on the height, but with the decorations you can kind of blend this in, so don't worry about that too much. And then that is the basis of the double cropper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another 16 by 2 and another 12 by 2 at the back. Now this is where we're putting the automation. And then you just want to choose what pillar you want to have going along the back for your balloons to sit on, and the one that I would like to use is going to be the log wall. So it's the fort wall. And then we're going to make sure that this sits in the middle of each garden plot. And this is what it will look like to start with if you've done it right. Up next, you want to go into the roof. You don't have to do this, but I'm using the fort wall spikes, which is in the ridge section. So we're just going to go for these, and I'm going to put them on all the little stumps just to make it look like part of the design. And then the same on the corner pieces too. Obviously, like I said, you don't have to do this. You can use something else, or you can leave it completely plain. This is just something I want to do to make it look really cool. Looks like teeth. Up next, you want to go into the toys section, and we're going for the 4 by 2. And you want to use the middle pieces because it's the best way to get there. And you want to stack them up by 2. Because if you do this low, it's going to destroy the garden plot. So you want to go up by 2 on both levels. And you're going to use the floor as the guide. That way you know you've got it the same height for both of them. Now you want the activated balloons, and you're going to snap to the middle of that platform and then nudge it to the side, like so. And you want to do that all the way across on each of the pillars so that you've got 4 down below. And then the same on the top. And as you can see, these are identically spaced. Once you've done that, you can get rid of these platforms in the middle because you don't actually need them. It's just for the sake of nudging. And there you have it, your finished auto farmer. Now, to activate this, you can either use a small piece of wood in the front and just put your activation switch on there, so that you have a lever in the middle, like this. Or you can have your activation switch just on the side here, and you can activate it when you're up close. As long as it is attached to the build, it will work. Like so. So to me, I feel like there's not much detail kind of separating this design to my previous one, so I'm going to go ahead and add a few extra bits. I'm going to use the double fort section and kind of just snap these on and make a symmetrical pattern around the edges. And then reverse it for the corners, kind of looks like teeth. And then in the middle, we're going to use the single smaller stumps, like so. I think that looks a lot better, and it makes the design look a bit more rustic. And there we have it, a new double cropper, fully automated, which is so useful for essence, vines, and then whichever food you decide to plant. I really like this design, and I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you use it, and I'll see you in the next one.